Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy, and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I come following you.
A whoa, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy, and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I come following you.
Yeah, sounds good. No, it's fine. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay.
Cool, great. All right. How you doing, good man?
I'm doing good. Space 1026 is a thing that got started when I was young and stupid and taught me like a million things. We made a rule when we started the gallery that people weren't allowed to show their own art, and so people have to bring in other people's art. Like it's like you can't just show your own stuff. It's got to be other people's stuff, you know. And so there's always like something, you know, every month there's something new to look at. That's like, oh, cool! I didn't even know about that. That's like the fun part of like the kind of curation process. It's not like pay to play like galleries. That came from like the skateboard punk rock like zine universe, and this place was a place that like came out of that. The space doesn't have to make money, right? Like the space is paid for by the rent of the people that are here. So the gallery is like a place where people get to like experiment with ideas, you know, and artistic ideas. And I think that's like a thing that like people don't, you know, like don't understand is like a real important thing.
So Space 1026. 1026 is the original address. It was 1026 Arch Street in Chinatown, and they eventually relocated here. My best friend asked me to go see Andre 3000 at the Met right next door, and I told him fuck it, why not? My friend Troy and one of our other friends Marcus were also at the concert. Troy, one of the fellow members here, happened to be selling t-shirts that he screen printed right out front. You know, chopping it up with him, me and him bidding, we just, you know, cracking jokes, just all of the homies, and Ben, just this cool ass old white dude that's just sitting on the step, just laughing.
Give me dead ass on it, you know, like. But.
And then Troy asked me, bro, do you want to go inside? And I'm like, what's this? And he's like, bro, it's 1026. And I'm like, this is a new location? And ever since then, I haven't left. I became a member.
I thought he was a dope dude.
It is
for real. Ben Woodward's dope, man. Like, actually, I have some of his art in my house, and I didn't even know. And when I met him for the first time, we were talking, and he like knew my family, so it's like it's not a coincidence, but yeah, he would just like off the jump, he just brings like such a positive energy. I feel like he's very inclusive. He lets lots of people come check it out, and yeah, he just brings new people around, and you know, he just has such a peaceful energy. He's like, it's no problem like talking to him. He's a great guy. Oh shit, that was right there.
Always kind of encouraging anyone, but anyone he talks to, including me, to just go forward and have fun. Just try. Why not? Just do it. Throw shit to the fan, see what sticks, and go from there. And it's always freeing to have another voice outside of your head just saying, just try it, go for it. Just do the first step, because that's the hardest.
This is our screen printing area.
I'm a print member.
I'm a print member here. I do a lot of screen printing here.
Screen printing.
Silk screens.
Screen printer.
Screen painting.
His silk screens
But a screen.
silk screens.
And we create a stencil that goes on the press that then we use to push the ink through the screen onto the t-shirt wherever we need it.
I'm sorry, what?
On the broad street of the city of brotherly love, there lies an art gallery whose outdated signage of previous ownership hides its current ambitious artists. Philadelphia's very own Space 1026 is home to over 400 screens. Now, these are not the screens filled with pixels and RGB coloring like we're used to, no. These are to be used for screen printing, a special process to get a graphic onto things like t-shirts, canvases, poster paper, really anything one would like.
You can print on just about anything. You can screen print on anything. A lot of diehards always say that.
What does this power printing process involve? First, a graphic must be chosen from one's choice. It can either be stenciled on or printed onto a negative. Anything will do.
Like this scalp a Nazi thing.
Wonderful choice. Then, using a giant machine, the emulsion process begins. The emulsion is the thin layer in between the design and the thin screen itself. The ultra bright light causes the emulsion to harden against the screen itself. Then, a thick layer of ink is applied to the entire screen. A squeegee is then used to essentially squeeze the ink through the screen, which therein produces a design that you find on everyday things like your t-shirt. One would even say that screen printing is Space 1026's bread and butter. It is something that many artists at Space 1026 practice and create. That's why they have so many in their basement. All of these are designs that artists want to hold on to for future prints or are just so proud of that they want to keep them forever. Thanks for stopping by Space 1026 and learning about the screen printing process.
One of the mantras of the space is do it yourself with other people.
Well, we definitely built a community, and like being in this community, you have like the best opportunity to talk to all these artists. And I guess through that, I'll go to separate shows and invite people to do shows here, and then they build connections with people, and it's like, yeah, it's very tight. It feels like a family almost.
People are just excited to see new stuff. That's one part Ben always expressed to me about space, and the reason there's art in here is for other people to see it and to get inspired and to enjoy it. And so, when you're here in here doing stuff and you're respectful, and everyone can appreciate what you're doing, it's all reciprocated. It's very nice.
The space is founded on artists, radical thinkers, queers, people that are just counterculture, and skaters, and I'm all of that mix. And so a space where I could, again, belong, but not because I have to, I just naturally do. I naturally belong and fit into this space.
And what does this space look like to you? Maybe you're a part of it, maybe you're not a part of it.
I'll be dead. You'd be dead ass on it,
But in 10 years, what does that look like to you? What's the space?
I think this space will continue to evolve. That's the thing that makes it work, is that it's not like a constant line that it wants to run. It's always ducking and evolving and things, and people come, people go. It's like rad in that way. At some point, I was trying to come up with a number of how many different people have been part of the space, and that number is probably 300, 400 people. People come and go, and all of their influences are awesome. they go on to do greater things, lesser things, raise children, be cat moms, you know, like like all kinds of stuff. You know? But other than that, hey, sorry, ding dongs are acting up. Yeah, this space stands on the shoulders of giants. Like we got built out of a million other people's ideas. Yeah.
All right. I think that's good. Good. Great. All right. Cool. Thank you.
And what are you doing, brother? You out here in bare feet.
You want to play music upstairs?
What's it?
You want to play music upstairs?
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
That's what you were doing.
Oh, you want me to come play music upstairs? Yeah.
He's just a good guy. I just like when he's around. I also jam a lot of music with him. Like we play like blues and like folk stuff. Like with my guitar, and he'll like bust out his accordion or like harmonica.
Just like randomly?
Yeah, like he'll just be up here and then we'll be like, alright, let's jam.
Just C minor. Hi, Mom.
That was good. It was really good.
Dude, it keeps like dying.
Oh.
Like my phone keeps